Hello there, friends. Welcome back for another video here on my YouTube channel. This is Cassie. Today we're going to be playing with some brand new Spellbinders products. We're going to be playing with the Annie Williams line called Country Road. This first product is our Country Wheelbarrow, and this next one is our seasonal decor. Both could be used amazingly together, obviously, or separate as well. I love that seasonal decor. I think that gives you options to make cards for all seasons, obviously, and I am excited to do that, or maybe even some wall hangings because I love to do that as well. Next up is the Garden Builder dies, and I love this. There's a little cat in there, and then you've got all the pieces to make all kinds of things for a garden. And then we have our Rustic garden, which includes things for posts, a barrel, also a wheel. You have a water pump and even a bird's nest. So lots of possibilities there. And as you can see, I went ahead and die cut all of my pieces, and I went ahead and colored all of them as well. I know it looks like a hot mess, but this is how I like to do mine. I like to die cut mine out of some alcohol marker friendly cardstock and then color those with alcohol markers, because that way I can get the perfect type of blending. And yeah, I'm really happy with these. And I'm going to show you how to put together a few of the pieces. Not all of them, just a few, because some of those are pretty self-explanatory, and I'm sure that your packages will share with you how to do them as well. But we're going to show you how to put together this barrel. And I've colored up 3 of them. One of them is more of like a whitewash, and 2 of them are like your traditional barrel. And it's super easy to put together. I'm just going to glue this piece on. This is more like that wrought iron. And it really reminds me of the Jack Daniels tour that we did. Now, Jack Daniels is in Tennessee, and that was probably, it was a really good tour, just simply because of learning about the process is really neat. But yeah, I wanted one of those barrels so bad afterwards. They're pricey. I didn't get one, but maybe someday. But yeah, so then you can leave the top open or close that up. You can put flowers in there, or however you want to do that. And then I'm going to show you how to put together the wheel. So the wheel is super simple. We're keeping all those centers for our barrels because I do not plan to have flowers coming out of them, but keep that in mind. You could do it that way. So we'll zoom in here, and we're going to flip these pieces over. I did color these, and that's because I wasn't thinking at the time, but you wouldn't have to color these because these are going to go on the back. You get 4 of them when you die cut those out, and then you're just going to place those on the back like braces. So those are going to brace the wheel and I don't know what you call that. The sprocket? No, that's not right. It sounds like it should be right though. All together, and then you're going to flip that back over, and then you have this last piece. I'm going to poke all the holes out of that, and then we'll glue that right to our center. And then you have your wheel put together as well. Then we're going to move on to putting together the wheelbarrow. Now this one can be a little bit more tricky. Now I'm showing you the whitewashed one that I colored, and I know it looks a little bit like a hot mess up there with the way I colored it, but parts of that will get covered. We're going to use our reverse tweezers and some liquid glue, and these dies are so great because they have all of your embossed lines to help you be able to put your pieces together. This part is going to go on the wheel like so. And I like using liquid glue because it obviously dries quickly and it makes everything real easy to put together. And then this other part of the wheel, I got a little confused, tried to wipe that away, but I'm putting that back where it was, is going to go on the inside of this part of the wheel, and it's going to really make it look 3D, which I think is so cool. So there you go. And now we can start actually piecing together the wheelbarrow itself. So here's this piece. You're going to take this next piece, which is the side of your wheelbarrow. And there is another piece that you could put on the other side of the wheelbarrow, but I found it unnecessary because I was going to fill the wheelbarrow. If you decide you don't want to fill the wheelbarrow, you would definitely want the other piece. But this is going to cover up that seam. And then you have this next. I wish I knew like technical terms for each of these pieces, but I don't. But a wooden wheelbarrow would be really cute. So we're going to put that down. And like I said, there are all these embossed lines that help you to remember or know where to put your pieces. I'm going to put a little bit of liquid glue behind those bottom feet of this piece just to make sure those stay in place. And the next part is actually the tricky part. And I do apologize because some of it is off screen. But you're going to take your wheel. Well, this piece isn't so crazy to put together, but you're going to put that on the back of the wheel. And then you're going to place your wheel in between those two wood brackets. And then you have this long, thin piece that's going to go in between. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue on the back, stick that piece to the back, lining it up with the hole. And then we're going to put our wheel on. So I do apologize that this is so far off the screen. Sometimes I get so into what I'm doing, I'm not paying attention to what is actually on the camera. Not very helpful, I know. And then you put that through the wheel, and then I'm going to take my reverse tweezers and poke that through the hole. So once that's through the hole, your wheel is in place. Now you can glue it in place if you want to. I chose not to because I'm going to glue it on my paper later. I am going to put some glue on the back just to make sure that that little piece stays in place. We'll let that dry for a few seconds and check it out. There is your wheelbarrow. Now we're going to move on to actually making our cards. So here we have a piece of cardstock that measures 4 1/4 by 5.5 inches. And I went ahead and I used the Holly Flourish embossing folder on that. I'm going to take some Breakup Blue ink by Simon Hurley Create and a blending brush. And I'm going to blend that on our background just to kind of add a little bit of a centering. This way, when I put my wheelbarrow down, it'll stand out a little bit more, especially since the wheelbarrow that I have chosen and colored is a white wheelbarrow. I was trying to go for a Christmas theme, obviously. So as you can see, all those pieces are put together. I have my presents. I think those are so cute. And then I'm going to pop 3 of those behind in the wheelbarrow. And of course I went with red and green, but you have lots of choices. And you wouldn't have to do these for Christmas. These could just be presents for like a birthday even. But I love making Christmas cards, so we're going to go ahead and do that, even though it's May. And then I'm going to pick out a sentiment. That sentiment's going to come from our Dancin Holidays sentiment stamp set. I've got a black piece of cardstock. It's called sentiment stock. I'm going to ink that up with some clear embossing ink, cover that with some white detail embossing powder, and then heat set that till that is smooth and melted. I did use an anti-static powder tool on that to make sure that I didn't have embossing powder where I didn't want it. And now we're going to just trim this down. We're going to stick this into our guillotine trimmer to trim that down. Make sure that I have it nice and straight. Using the clear piece to line everything up. And then I can pull that piece out and we can kind of see where we want to put that on our card. And I'm going to decide the bottom. So I'll trim an angle on the one side, and then we'll use our liquid glue to adhere this down to the front of our card base using our mat to line everything up. Merry wishes. That's so cute. To you and yours. All right, and then I just need to attach this down to a card base, and we'll use some more of our liquid glue for that. And then I'm going to put that last present on the inside of our card. And then I'm actually going to show you 2 more cards that I made using the rest of those pieces. And I make a fall card, and then I just make a fun everyday kind of card. So here's the Christmas card, and I'll show you that again. And then let's take a look at the fall card I made. I love this one. Oh, how pretty is that? And I did use the stamp set called Love Never Fails. And that's our last card. So I love how these turned out. I'm going to have everything linked down below in the description box for you to check out. I'm also going to have a blog post that you can check out as well if you want to see these pictures up close. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please hit that like button. Consider subscribing if you haven't already done so. And as always, I will see you very soon in another video. Bye, everybody.